Hey all, happy beginning of the NBA season. I am very excited, as I'm sure you all are. I'm sure that it's also no surprise that I am all about the green and purple version of the Bucks logo. Like, I want it back. I have like everything that they sell in the green and purple. So for my first Bucks look this year, I am going to be using green and purple. I'm going to be using my ColourPop palettes. This one's probably familiar to you from my Packers, some of my Packers looks. That is Just My Luck. And this one is Lilac You a Lot. I decided to use that one. I have two, and I decided to use this one because the other one, it's called It's My Pleasure. It leans towards more like magentas, and this one is more like true purples. So I am going to just do my eyes first and then do the rest of my face. So I'll walk you through how I'm going to do my eye look, and I'll be right back with primed eyes and my eyebrows fixed. Okay y'all, I'm back. I have brows on. I actually really hate this eyebrow liner, and I'm just using it until it's gone because I paid for it, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. I talked about it in another video, but yeah, it's really red and it bothers me because I just always get the dark brown, darkest brown. But I'd give it a go, but yeah, whatever. This time I'm using the eyeshadow primer that I'm always use. I use the Ulta eyeshadow primer, and this is matte nude because I'm not sure what direction I'm going in today, so I didn't want to put any shimmer on in advance because you know me, I just kind of make it up as I go. And I just put that on with, this is actually Ulta too, just a standard like concealer brush, just like flat, thin brush. So yeah, so I am going to start in this palette, this beautiful green palette, Just My Luck by ColourPop. And I am going to go in first with, I'm really bad, I need to like know what I'm doing before I start these videos. You know what, let's go shimmery, let's just go crazy, right? This big banks, this one right here. Because I kind of wanted like a medium depth. So yeah, so I'm gonna go in with my big fat fluffy brush that I love by Vasanti. This is Big Bags, and I am going like kind of starting at my crease and above because I'm gonna do a cut crease. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, so we're starting kind of above, going like almost to the brow with this, or to the brow. I mean, I basically went to my brow. No going back now. I'm gonna go kind of in the corner too. We're going to do this all over, like I said, almost to my brow. And I went a little overboard. Just pretty much at my brow, at the edge of my, or at the tip of my brow. I'm gonna start feathering it out right away because that's what I do. I wing out all of my shadows. We're gonna go about that deep with it because we're going to go in with a deeper color to add some depth. But this is a good, fun base. And I like starting with like a super fluffy brush and just kind of going crazy with it because at this point, like, I'm going for coverage, right? So I'm going for like, let's just get this green pretty much everywhere. Not very even, but do a little bit more over here. Okay, so that is good and packed on. Now I'm going to go in with more of a crease brush. Let's see. I'll use this one. This is my double-sided one. That is a no-name brush, unfortunately. But now just for depth, I'm not going to add more shimmer. This one does have a little bit to it, but it's a little bit flatter. This Mobamba, I'm literate. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this deeper color here. And this is going to be focused more in the crease and in the corner. I'm not going high with this one. I'm focusing in the crease. So, see, this is why when I'm going real crazy, my eyes, I don't put my foundation on first, because like I already have a feeling this one's gonna cause a lot of fallout, and then I don't have to clean up after myself. Well, I do, but I don't have to like undo something I've already done. I just clean up and then add my foundation and the rest of my face. So there we go. This one's adding some more depth in this crease, but like again, I'm going like a little bit above the crease, just a little bit. See how that's just adding some depth? And it's just about like color placement, how you want to. It's not about like, oh, I want to add all this depth and like make it look like my eyes are super sunken in. Like it's kind of it's a balancing act. I mean, makeup is definitely a balancing act because you can use a really cool color combination, but if you don't apply it with some thought, you can end up looking kind of ill, especially with like greens like this. I have to be careful with greens, even though you see me doing a lot of greens and they end up looking okay, because I am not going to upload something where I look like hell. I might just like post a picture every once in a while because I think it's important that reality is shown, but beyond that, like I'm not gonna go through a whole tutorial of something that doesn't look good. But anyways, it's a lot just messing around, and you'll figure out what looks good on your eye shape too, because what looks good on me might not look good on you. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with this bad boy again, this Big Banks. I'm just gonna basically just lightly go over the same spot that I did, just kind of that almost at the brow, just to make sure we're nice and blended. I mean, let's be honest, at this point I'm like at my brow, so I might as well own it. Really bring this into the bridge of my nose too. Okay, so that's the fun part, because I might just totally ruin everything. Okay, so I'm not gonna put that green one away because I'm gonna use it under my eyes too. I'm just gonna put it to the side for now. And this one is going to be the next step after we do the cut crease. So I'm going to really do a cut crease, and I haven't done this in a while, so I might just ruin everything that I just did. Fun. I'm gonna take a Q-tip and makeup remover. This makeup remover is by Glossier. I got this in an Ipsy box bag thing. I'm gonna go over a towel with this, but I'm just gonna go, because this one has a nozzle, it's not like one you can really dip into. So yeah, so I'm just gonna roll this on the back of my hand because I don't want a lot of excess. Like I want this to be a relative precision exercise. So I'm going to be kind of in my mirror here, and I am going to go until my crease. I'm taking everything that got on my lid off of my lid. So yeah, let's do it. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit higher with it. Boom. Do as I say, not as I do. I really don't like pulling up my eye, but sometimes you just kind of have to get a nice clean sweep. So do this infrequently. Okay, so see how there's nothing green on my eye anymore. So the other thing I'm going to do right away is take the other side of this Q-tip that I just put down and just kind of once over it to kind of soak up any leftover like residue that the makeup remover might have left. Okay, so now I won't make you watch me do this twice. Same thing on the other side. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got both sides cut out. Next up is that I'm going to put my eyeshadow primer right back on those spots that I just cut out, because obviously we want the purple to be able to adhere just as well as the green did. So be right back again. Okay, here we go. You can see I've got my primer on, and we're going to just go pretty bright, I think, because why not? So again, the trick with this cut crease style is that this is an exercise in precision. So I'm going to be going in with a flatter, sturdier brush so I can really just pat this only where I want it. So I'm going to be going in with this shade here. It's called Iffy. And just tap that on. Cinder just came to hang out with me. Oh, there's that ghost too. I'm like panting. I'm just like running up and down the stairs or something. So I just have this, yeah, it's hard because it's like the same color as the brush. I didn't realize that. I'm just got a little bit on. I'm going to just gently start tapping this in. And this is going to take a little bit more time just because I'm being more precise than I was with the greens. See, it's starting to come together. And it's a little ridiculous, but I'm not even mad about it. Like I want it to be. So, if this is too much for you and you're never going to copy it, I'm not offended. I'm not offended at all. I don't know, this makes me happy. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, I'll make sure that I do, you know, variety. I'm gonna definitely do a lot of the purple throughout the season, but I'll make sure to do variety so that y'all aren't just stuck with me doing this old colorway that you guys hate, potentially. So yeah. Alright. Yeah, this is exciting. So like, for game day, I'm probably gonna do something more subtle, because then I'll get you guys ready with the next game day. Well, the next game day is Christmas. I don't know if you would be interested in like a Christmas look or not, would you? I'm not really a Christmassy kind of gal. I mean, that is what I grew up celebrating. But I'm not Christian. So I don't know, I'm just kind of like celebrating because that's what everyone else is celebrating. And I kind of feel like a poser. Yeah, so I'm gonna take just a little bit fluffier. It still has this. No, this one's not gonna be quite what I want. Here we go. This is what I thought I grabbed. A little bit fluffier, but still has like some sturdiness to it. I like this brush. I'm not gonna try. I need to be better about, because they make it so tiny and it's in script. I can't read it. I'm sorry. I want to give you credit. I think I got this from Beauty Bay though, so I can look it up. Okay, so this is Fluff. That's this middle one. I'm gonna go right on top of the purple I just did and just make it sparkly, because why the hell not, right? I will say, like, you'll see me in a jersey. So get this, right? I finally bought a jersey. I had been, a Bucks jersey that is. I had been not committed enough to buy a jersey in so long. And I finally got one, right? And then, you know, so it was the day that they went on strike, or they pseudo went on strike during the playoffs, but it was like they forfeited together with Orlando, whatever that was. Again, I'm gonna just put this to the side because I want to do my underneath. So I got a George Hill jersey, and then we traded it. I'm sorry. I'm sad. So yeah, I'm going to put the rest of my face on, and then I'll be back for under eye, mascara, eyeliner, lashes, all that jazz. So yeah, see you in a sec. Okay, y'all, got the rest of my face on, and I'm ready to do the rest of my eyeshadow. So I'm going to start with my purple palette again, and I'm going to go with the Iffy, that first purple that we used, and I'm going to be using the other side. Where did the brush go? I'm losing my mind, y'all. Here we go. Use the other side of this brush. I like using these for my under. I'm gonna go about 2/3 with it. Same thing on both sides. Making faces as usual. Remember, I don't think I mentioned this, but like, don't blend too much, because you don't want to get the purple mixed in with the green, like at all. It's gonna turn really muddy. And the whole point of the cut crease kind of thing deal is that it's like two completely separate colors. So then I'm going with another flatter brush. This one's a little bit fluffier. And go into my green palette. Again, we're trying not to blend. And I'm going to go in with that Big Banks, that green color, the first green color we used. And just kind of go under. But just a little bit, just kind of around the corner there. I don't know if that really did anything, but I feel like it kind of ties it together. At least in my mind. So we're not doing a ton of that green, just a little bit in the corner. And then I'm going to go in again with the same brush that we used for this middle glittery one, the glittery purple, fluffy. I'm going to put that in my tear duct area. That last kind of third underneath. You know what, I'm not getting really the effect that I want. I'm gonna take, this is just kind of like a small fluffy brush. I'm gonna go in, this one's Trainwrecker. Just because I like having that really like bright pop in the corner of my eye. Just good. Yeah, see, that makes a difference. That'll do it. Boom. See, I feel like that tied the whole damn thing together. I dig it. Okay. Now we're done with these. So now I'm going to do a wing, clean up a little bit because I feel like I need space to do a wing because I really get like up on top of my mirror. So BRB. Hi, sorry, I'm back. I put my wing on and then I put my mascara on. Sorry I didn't show you, but I'm gonna put lashes on, and it was requested that I film this part. So these are super cheap lashes. I don't even know Banksington. I don't even know if that's like the real brand name. Sounds weird. But basically my criteria for lashes is cheap and vegan. And I mean, typically the cheap ones are going to be vegan because it's expensive to torture an animal and get its fur off so you can stick it on your eyelid. So I'm sorry if you don't want me to be like that. Leave now because that's who I am. So anyways, these cheap vegan lashes that I got on Amazon. The trick is, and this is my trick, I'm fortunate to have some pretty decent natural lashes. They just don't curl very much. And like, obviously, like, you want more. Almost all the time I want more. So I do a trick that makes them very easy to apply. So even if you want to put an entire lash on one eye, because the trick is that I cut it in half. And I think I've talked about that before. I cut it in half and then I just put it on the outside. It gives that really like foxed wing look. I should put glue on while I'm doing this because you have to let the glue get tacky and whatnot. But even if you would want to wear the whole lash, it is much easier to handle and control half a lash than an entire lash. So my advice, or my trick, tip, whatever, is to cut your lashes in half, maybe even thirds, to ease the application. Because I know for me, the hardest part is always getting the whole thing to lay nicely, and like I'll usually, it's also probably why I only put it on the outside, like I would put it on and it would never sit right on the inside. I would always feel like I had like a very obvious edge, and me, not so much a fan. Some people do that and it looks fine on them. It's one of those things where like I'm more self-conscious of myself than I am of other people. So the other thing about this trick, if you do it the way that I do it, where I'm putting one half of one lash on each eye, it needs to be the kind where, let me grab another one. Like these, you can see it's the same the whole way throughout the lash, right? If it's one of those ones that kind of fans out, then you can't, well, I mean you can, but you'd have to do it on one side. The point I'm trying to make is like, you would have one side that was longer than the other if you cut it in half and then went on both eyes. So I have nails and I just use my hands. Some people prefer using a tweezers. I have one of those like tweezers that's kind of curved. It's like meant for lashes. It's easier for me to just do this though. Stick it on myself. It's one of those things I can't really talk while I'm doing. Did a real shit job too. Boom. Okay. I'm going to throw my other half on. It's probably nice and tacky at this point. This one looks like shit. Sorry, it's one of those things. It's hard to talk while I'm doing this. Okay. See, it just adds a little extra something. Oh, maybe it was bad. Who knows? So, that's lashes. I am also going to do my lips, and then I think we're done here. This is a fun look. I'm going to sharpen this. This is Urban Decay. Love their lip liners. They go on like butter. This is Venom. Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Lip Liner in Venom. Okay, so I tend to overline a little bit on the bottom, not so much on the top. I think it looks really obvious when I do it on the top, just for me. So obviously I'm not going to be able to talk during this, so look the dog behind me for a sec. Okay. Okay, so what do I do with my cap? Okay, so lined. And this is like, I'm obsessed with this lipstick. I did like a little IGTV on it, but this is Melt Cosmetics Beetlejuice collection. This is, oh my god, that's such tiny font. This is called It's Showtime. And man, it goes on like super glittery and it kind of dries to like a metallic. It's so cool. Again, it's hard to talk while I'm doing lip stuff. I'm sorry, you guys. How fun is this? I feel like it kind of makes my lips look small, but other than that, I am kind of obsessed. Okay, guys and gals, and everything else in between, here we are. I love it. I love you all. I love the Bucks. I love basketball. And I'm just really excited for the game tomorrow. And I hope that this has given you a little bit of inspiration to get into the spirit of Bucks fandom as the season begins. So yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye.